Good morning. So we're going to get started again. This time, hopefully for good, right? We're going to get rolling here. So I just kind of thought that we would really start to pay attention to the subtle sensations that we get in every posture. So it's just to kind of bring that mindfulness in, to pay total attention to what's going on in your own body. So as you remember, we always talk about just paying attention to how it feels in your body. You want to do the things that feel good, that feel right. If anything hurts, you come out of it and just join in when you're ready. And that goes with even holding the poses. Today, we might hold the poses a little bit longer at times. And I want you to just pay attention to how your body feels. And if you need to come out of it, you come out of it. But while you're in those poses, just kind of give yourself that body scan. Tune in, let yourself settle into every pose and just notice what you're feeling. Okay, so it's going to be all about just noticing every sensation in the poses. So I'll kind of remind you as we go, but keep that in mind. Again, always remember too, the breathing, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. You want to breathe diaphragmatically, so you should feel that movement at the abdomen, not up here in the chest, right? We want nice, deep, full breaths. If you learn nothing else, let that be what you get out of your yoga class, right? That full breath, that's going to really help you in so many other things. So we're keeping all of that in mind. We're going to get started today. We're going to lie on our backs. Be sure you have your props handy, whatever it is that you use, your blocks, your straps, your ties, your pets, whatever it is, your pillows, blankets, have them handy, because I love props. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Lie down on your back. Rest your right hand on your belly, left hand at your heart center, that space between your ribs and beneath your sternum. And just close your eyes. Take a moment here. This isn't always the most comfortable posture for everyone. So if this is really bothering you in your hips, know that you can take your legs long and rest there in a shavasana. But if you're able to tolerate this, begin to notice the sensations in your inner thighs, your groin. Notice your low back. Try to make sure it's not pulling away from the floor. Oftentimes our back likes to arch here. See if you can get some control of that by engaging, turning on your abdominals and pressing the low back into the floor. And then as you rest here, just pay attention to the natural flow of your breathing, right? So we're just starting to practice that feeling of the breath traveling in through the nose and out through the nose. Traveling to the abdomen, and feel the breath as it rises from that space beneath your right hand to the space beneath your left hand. And just come into that breath. And now let's begin to work into our controlled yoga breathing. So on your next inhale breath, try to breathe in a little bit more air. Sip a little bit more into your lungs. And on the exhale breath, see if you can push a little bit more air out. So every inhale, feel a higher rise of that right hand beneath you. And on the exhale, a deeper fall of that right hand as you push all the air out. So let's get some control of that, filling and emptying. Now let's make that deep breath even. Count the length of your full exhaled breath. Maybe it's 3, 2, 1. Then count the length of your full inhaled breath and try to match it to your exhale count. 3, 2, 1. Maybe you find that you can bring more air in. Maybe you can count a little higher. Maybe it's 4 for you or 5. Find your breath and make those breaths even. And then finally, make that breath smooth. Each breath flowing right into the next. Remember, we pictured it like a water wheel. The water flowing as it travels up. That's your inhale. The exhale as the water pours out, right? See if you can get that visual in your mind and let your breath become a full circle. All right, now we're going to maintain that breath throughout our practice. So always come back to that breathing. On your next inhale breath, let's give ourselves a big stretch. Press out through your feet. Reach your fingers back behind you. Press the small of your back, that low back, into the floor. Holding it here, symmetrical stretch. 5, 4. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hug your knees into the chest. You can hold on around the top of the knees or behind, underneath. Gently rock side to side. Give yourself a nice massage for your low back. Now on your next inhale, we're going to open back up again to that symmetrical stretch. Stretch it out. On your exhale, hug the knees in. On your inhale, open up, stretch, send those legs long, arms long. Exhale, pull your knees into a little ball. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug. Beautiful. Just work with this movement. Firing up the abs a little bit, the hip flexors, and then giving them all a nice stretch. Nice. Now this time, when you hug the legs in, hold on behind the knees. We're going to try to rock along the length of the spine. So I'll turn sideways, just front to back, from tailbone to the neck. You might get a big movement here. You might be able to rock pretty good. Maybe you're a little limited with the movement, and that's okay too. Make it small, just a little tiny rock. Whatever you can do. Remember, you're just finding that place where you can be in every movement and every pose. All right, the next time, if you can rock up to your seat, let's go there. We'll take a seated cross-leg pose. Remember, this isn't great for everyone. So if you need to lengthen your legs out, you can bring them out. You can have them wide. Sometimes placing a pillow or blocks underneath the knees if you have the legs long is nice. Take whatever seated pose feels right for you. And we're just going to hang out here for a moment. Pressing into the sit bone. So we're turning on the pelvic floor. Pull it up and in. Lengthen through the spine. Hands can rest on the knees. Spine is long, chest is a little lifted here. And then we'll open our eyes, and we're going to do a little bit of eye exercises to start. So let's take a look up toward the ceiling without moving your head. Then turn your eyes to the right. Turn them toward your nose. Gaze down at the tip of your nose. And then over to the left. Up to the ceiling. Right. Nose. Left. Up to the ceiling. Right. Nose. Left. Up to the ceiling. Now we're going to reverse the direction. Take the eyes over to the left. To the nose, to the right, to the ceiling, to the left, to the nose, to the right, to the ceiling. One more time. Left, nose, right, ceiling. Nice. Now let's close the eyes and just let your right ear drop toward the right shoulder. Imagine you're pulling that left shoulder down and away. So you can even rest your hand to the floor and just get a little stretch here through the side of the neck and the shoulder. Nice and soft in the eyes. We're just giving them a rest. Let's return to center. Same thing to the other side. Drop your left ear to the left shoulder. Right hand can rest alongside your hip and just sort of stretch that shoulder downward a little bit. And now we'll return to center. Hands are going to rest on the knees. We're going to take the feet out and bring the soles of the feet together, right? So Baddha Konasana, again, if that's okay for you. If not, keep those legs where they need to be. We're going to press into the sit bones, lengthen up through your spine. On the exhale, we're going to start to hinge. So lift your rib cage and then hinge. Bring your hands out in front. Little walk with the hands. Bring it forward. Only as far as you feel comfortable coming with a long flat back. It might not be very far, and that's okay. Just lengthen out with those fingers. When you're as far as you can go, soften your head. Plant those hands, those fingertips into the floor. Lengthen through your arms. Breathe here. Nice. Long, deep breaths, right? Deep, even, and smooth. Beautiful. Looks good. All right, now let's walk those hands back. Back to upright here. So now we're going to plant, we're going to take the right hand, move my blocks out of the way. We're going to slide that right hand out to the side, reach up and over with the left arm. Then inhale, come to center. Exhale, slide the left arm, reach up and over with the right. Try to keep the sit bones to the floor. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. This time when you come to the right, exhale, slide that hand out, reach up and over. Big stretch, pressing both sit bones toward the floor. Get a big side stretch here. Nice. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Slide it out. See how it feels. Explore. Settle in. Wiggle around. Do what you need to do to get settled into the pose as you hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Let's come back to center. So now we're going to take a little twist here. So we're going to think again about pressing into the sit bones, drop through your pelvic floor. Let's take the right hand behind, lengthen, lift your chest. So it's almost as though you're inhaling right up through center, rib cage lifts, then twist to the right. Take that left hand across and take a little twist here. So spine stays long. Settle into your pose and check in with whatever sensations you feel. Any sensations in the body, in the breath, in the mind. Now we'll unwind. Take the left hand behind. Inhale, drawing in that breath right up through center. Lift the rib cage. Exhale, navel, rib cage, shoulder and chest. And return back to center. Nice. From here, we're just going to cross the feet, shift onto hands and knees to tabletop. Once you're in tabletop, we're going to take a child's pose. So we're going to open up the knees or keep them close together. You choose. Send your sit bones back. Lengthen the arms forward. Soften your head. So child's pose, again, it's about how it feels. It might look like this for you with your sit bones on your heels. It might be this for you, where the legs or the sit bones are up higher. There is no right or wrong way here. Just settle into where you need to be in the pose and tune into your breath. Now let's rise up to our tabletop again. Plant your wrists under your shoulders, knees under the hips. Press into your fingertips. Press into your low legs. Push the floor away. Send your sit bone back and your crown forward. On your exhale, let's draw the navel in toward the spine, chin toward the chest. Feel your shoulder blades pull apart, nice and open across the upper back. And then inhale. Let your sit bones open, belly lower, shoulders draw away from the ears. Nice. Let's continue to move with our breath. Close your eyes if you can. Exhale to cat, flexion, rounding here in the spine. Inhale to cow, open it all up. Nice. Exhaling, inhaling. Feel the articulation in your spine. Get as much movement as you can. Nice. Beautiful. Now, the next time that you take your child's pose, exhale, send your sit bones back again toward the heels. Slide those arms back out. Let's try to walk the fingers a little bit further on your mat. See if you can pull them nice and long. Feel that stretch in the shoulders and the upper back and soften your head. And now let's return to tabletop. So here's where we're going to work either a downward dog or just work on a leg stretch. So if downward dog isn't in your practice, you're in tabletop, you're going to send one leg back, press into the ball of the foot and reach the heel back. So you're really pushing into that foot, trying to get a stretch in the back of the leg, pushing into your hands. And then switch. That leg will come back, press into it, get that stretch in the back of the leg. So that's what we're trying to do, is get a nice stretch in the back of the leg. If you want to try downward dog, we'll start in tabletop. But today, if you do have blocks, we're going to try it with the blocks or your props. So if you have two of them, use them. If not, just work with the floor. We're going to take a little step back with the knees, roll the toes under, and on the exhale breath, the sit bones are going to press up. We're up high on the toes, okay? Then we'll begin to pedal the feet a little bit. All right, so for a side view, sit bones are high. Chest is pressing toward the thighs. Pedaling the feet. My fingers are spread on those blocks. I'm pressing firmly into the blocks or the floor. Pedal the feet. When you feel ready, just release the heels just for one breath. Pull your belly in, send your sit bones high. And now let's lower back down to the knees. Rest your forearms on the block or the floor. Send the sit bones back and just let the arms rest on the block. So a little bit of a deeper stretch here for the shoulders. Feel the movement of your breath against your thighs. So again, this would just be a traditional child's pose if you're not using the blocks. And that's okay too. Either way is fine. Nice. Keep on breathing deep, even, smooth. Always bringing our attention back to the breath. All right, so now we're going to try to come up into that downward dog again. So again, if you're working, just stretching the leg back, press into it, just keep alternating. Feel that energy in the back of the leg. If you're working downward dog, little step back with the knees. Exhale, we're going to roll up with the sit bones, right? Press up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to press in, come up high on the toes, and then exhale, work on lowering the toes to the floor. Inhale, press up. Exhale, release the toes down, or heels down. Lift onto the toes, firm belly, push through your arms. Feel the back of your arms active and lower. So try a couple of those. So high up on the toes, or just extending those legs back. You know what you need to do here. Last one, let's come up high on the toes. If you're on tabletop, send one leg back and press through the heel and hold it. We're all holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels in downward dog. If you're in tabletop, send the opposite leg back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Now from here, we'll all come down to tabletop. We're going to gaze to the top of the mat. Take a step up with one foot, then the other. Keep your knees bent. We're coming into ragdoll pose. So we're trying to, again, let everything hang out here over those bent knees, right? The arms, the head, everything's kind of loose and hanging. Just give yourself a moment here. Maybe swing the arms a little bit, nod the head. See how that feels. You might like to hold on to opposite elbows and maybe sway side to side a little bit, but we're going to get into that a little bit more in a moment. All right, so now, if you haven't grabbed a hold of your elbows, grab a hold of them. Rest your forehead on your forearms if you can. So your elbows, your arms are crossed, your head's resting on those forearms, and really kind of get into the swing, kind of dip and sway and twist. Let's get a bunch of movement here, whatever feels good. Then maybe swing forward and back a little bit. Keep those knees bent. Remember, knees are bent here. So you might be just sort of swinging the upper body forward and back a bit. See how that feels. All right, now we're going to hold still here. And on your exhaled breath, let's press the sit bones a little higher. And then on your inhale breath, bend your knees again. So the head is going to stay rested on the forearms. Exhale, sit bones press up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, sit bones press up. Inhale, bend. Let's work with that a couple more times. Yes. Exhale. Last one. Nice. Now on your next exhale, release the arms and slowly roll up the spine. So we were inverted for a little bit, so you don't want to come up too quickly. Give yourself that time to come upright. Once you're upright, let's take our mountain pose. So feet, hips width apart, toes to the front of the room, lift them and spread them, and lower them back to the floor. Now let's press into the four corners of the feet, inner ankle bones, drawing in and back. So you're almost spiraling your thighs inward a little bit, right? Feel your arches lift. Soften your knees. Pelvis neutral. Let's engage our core. So turn on your abs. Shoulders back. Shoulder blades down and in. Palms face forward, spread your fingers. Back of the neck is long. Close your eyes and rest. You want to feel energized, but relaxed. Tuning back into the flow of your breath. Next inhale, arms are going to come all the way out. Palms are going to face one another up overhead. Soften your shoulders. Activate those thigh muscles, right? The front of your thighs. Hips to ribs, ribs to hips. Let those shoulders drop down a little bit. Let's begin to move through our forward bend flow. Exhale, hinge, long flat back. Let your fingers brush toward the floor. And then inhale, rise. Lead with your arms, shoulders, upper back, all the way up. Beautiful. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dive. Beautiful. Just move here with your own breath. Coordinate it again with your breathing, whatever that count is. If it's the count of 3, 4, whatever it is, just move with your own breathing. If you can close your eyes here, go with that too. That can help with just turning inward. It can help with balance. But if you find that it makes you too unsteady, just keep your gaze soft. You never want to take that risk of falling. So, all right, next time we come down, we're going to hold this forward fold, right? So on your exhale, hands come down. If you can touch the floor, bring your fingers to the floor. If you want to bring the floor to you, use your block, any height. You can dial it in at 1, 2, or 3. Make the weight in your feet even, right? So you want as much weight in the front of your foot as you do in the heel. Draw those inner ankle bones inward. Spiral those thighs inward as you send your sit bones up. Lengthen over the thighs. Soften your head. Hold it here. Settle into the pose. Nice. What sensations are you feeling? Just notice. Paying attention and just resting in whatever those sensations are without judgment. Next inhale, arms out to the side, straight legs, rise all the way back up. Slide the block out of the way. And now from here, we're just going to work a little bit into our ankles, some balance here. So find a focal point, your drishti, somewhere in front of you on the floor, the wall. Inhale, we're going to lift up onto the toes again. Exhale, release to the heels, lower the arms down. Inhale, up on the toes. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, rise, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Let's take some hip circles. Give those legs a break. Or knee lifts. If you feel like you need knee lifts, those are nice. Hip circles. Whatever seems to release any tension that you're holding. How about the other way? Yeah, get as much movement here as you can. All right, let's treat our knees a little bit. Feet together to touch, hands on the knees. Just guide your knees in little circles. Just get into that knee joint, right? Keeping it healthy. Get the blood flowing right there. Nice gentle movements so we're not jamming those joints, right? And the other way. All right. Now we're at the top of our mats. Feet hips width, toes at 12 o'clock. Let's work our sun A. All right. So this is where we're flowing with the breath a little bit. Let's start with our hands at heart. Inhale, arms are going to come high. Lift your chest. Hold it here just a little bit. Press your sternum right up between your arms if you can. But try not to dump into the low back, so remember to keep that core engagement. Next exhale, we're going to hinge at the hip crease. So you're hinging right here. Spine is staying long. Plant your hands on something. Inhale, slide your hands halfway up. So notice my hands are above or below my knee. I don't want to press into the knee, right? Not so great for that knee joint. Nice little soft knee we got going on here. Press into the hands. See if you can straighten them and press your crown forward, your tailbone back. So you want to get that long, flat back. Remember, I think we talked about that. Create like a tabletop. Your favorite summer drink you're holding on that table. Lemonade, maybe? Nothing stronger yet. It's too early. All right, next exhale, lower down. Take a step back with your right foot. Then your left, we're going to take a plank pose. Plank pose can be knees down, but weight is shifted forward over the shoulders, or knees up. If your knees are up, you're pushing through the hands, drawing your hips toward ribs, right? So my hips are almost even with my shoulders. All right, then we'll all drop to the knees, rock forward, lower down to your stomach. When you lower down, try to keep those elbows tucked in close to your ribs. Tops of the feet are going to point to the wall behind you. On your inhale breath, lift just your chest. So notice my neck's not kinked. I'm looking right out in front of the mat, right? So the back of the neck is long. See if you can just lift your hands maybe a half an inch off the floor and drag your elbows back. Yes. Now exhale, lower down. You can send your sit bones back to child's pose, or you can send them up to downward dog. So we've already been in downward dog. Activate that upper back. All right, then from here, you can either lower down and step forward, right foot, then left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice. Take a big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Big breath in. Exhale, out. Nice. Here we go. Inhale, one movement, one breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left foot steps back. Then your right, take your variation of plank, knees up or down. Exhale, rock forward, either through knees or through push-up. Lower down to your stomach. Tops of the feet rest on the floor. Inhale, baby cobra, lift just the chest. Hover those hands. Exhale, lower down. Take a child's pose or downward dog. Exhale, coming through tabletop or from downward dog, we'll step up left foot, then right. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Big breath in. Let it go. Big breath in and out. Nice. Let's do those one more time. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right foot back, then left. Take your plank, knees up or down. Exhale, rock forward, lower down to your stomach. Inhale, this time choose your cobra so you can come back into that baby, hover, or press into your hands a little bit. Elbows bent here. Draw your shoulders back, shoulder blades down and in. Exhale, lower down. And send your sit bones back to child's pose or up to downward dog. Next, inhale, gaze forward from tabletop or from downward dog. We're stepping up right foot, then left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take your time, only moving as quickly as you feel comfortable. You can take your time here. Spend more time, more breaths if you need them. Last time. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, lower. Inhale, step back with the left foot, then the right. Exhale, rock forward, lower down. Inhale, choose your cobra. Exhale, come down. Inhale, exhale to downward dog or child's pose. Gaze forward on the inhale, step up left foot, then the right. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Very nice. Big breath in. Let it go. Big breath in. And out. All right, so now we're going to move through our sun B, which is just going to add a couple of lunges. All right, so we're going to add some variations with the lunges here. So let's start with our hands at heart. Inhale, arms come high. Remember, you can just work with the breathing too if you don't want to move through all this transitioning. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, lower. Now we're going to take a chair pose. So on your inhale, send your sit bones down and back. Arms are going to reach up, and then bring your hands to heart. So you should be able to see and wiggle your toes, right? If you can't, send those sit bones back a little further. Nice. Tuck your tailbone. Lift your gaze, lift your chest a bit. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Let's take a step back with our right foot. So bend your knees enough to get that foot back there. Lower down to your right knee. Left knee is stacked over the ankle. Let's bring our hands to the thigh. Tuck your tail. Sink your hips. Lift your chest. Yes. Now remember, you can always keep your hands to the thigh if you'd rather. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, we're going to step back to plank. Exhale, from push-up or to knees, rock forward, come down to your stomach. Tops of the feet to the floor, choose your cobra. Exhale, lower. Downward dog or child's pose. All right, now on the next inhale, we're going to come back down to the knees, take a step up, right foot. So now we're in that kneeling lunge on the right side, right? So stack that front knee over the ankle. We're going to start first with those back toes rested on the floor, okay? So let's start there. So the toes are pointing back. Tuck your tail, sink your hips. Let's lift the arms. All right, now on the next exhale, we're going to interlace the arms behind the back. Draw your shoulders back, shoulder blades down and in. Press your knuckles down and lift your chest. So still have the firm belly here. Just get some opening there. Any amount of extension in the spine that feels good. All right, yes. Looks good. One more breath. Beautiful. All right, now here comes a challenge. We're going to release the arms, bring your hands to the floor, or to the blocks, I should say. Okay, so what we're going to think about doing is lifting the knee off the floor, the back knee, and then lower. So you can have the blocks under your hands. All right, and lower, lift and lower. So we're on the ball of the back foot. Just work that a couple times. Hands can be on the floor. If this seems super easy, which it probably doesn't because it is a challenge, one more challenge you can take is hands to the hips and lift. Lower down and lift. Lower down and lift. So you pick your poison here. Hands to the block or the floor or to the hips. One more. The next time we come up, we're going to hold. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Drop that knee to the floor. We're going to push off the back foot. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to heart. Breath in and out. Breath in and out. Good. Now, how are we doing? Thumbs up? So far, so good? All right. Got it. Okay. So now let's continue the left side. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, lower. Here comes our chair pose. Inhale, chair. If you want a challenge, you can try to keep the arms overhead. If you prefer, you can keep them at heart. Tuck that tail. Lift your gaze and chest. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Exhale, fold. Nice. Let's take a step back. Left foot. Lower to that left knee. Tuck the tail. Sink the hips. Lift the arms. Nice. Now exhale. Plant your hands. We're going to step back to our plank. Knees up or down. Then drop to your knees if you want, or through push-up. Rock forward, lower down to your stomach. Inhale, choose your cobra. So lift the chest, hover, or lift higher. You pick. Exhale, come on down. Sit bones back to child's pose or downward dog. So sit bones back or sit bones up. You pick. Next, inhale, we can all come to the knees, or you can take a step up from tabletop or down dog. Step up left foot. Right between the hands. There we go. All right. So let's tuck the tail, sink the hips. Now remember, this time, the top of the foot is to the floor, right? Toes are pointed back. Lift the arms. So feel something in your hip flexor here, right? We're trying to get some length here. Exhale. Bring the arms behind. Shoulders back, shoulder blades down and in. Lift your chest. What I don't want you to feel is a lot of strain in the low back. If it feels like you're crunching it, pull your core in. Build some strength there. All right, now we're going to release. Plant the hands, remember this time, on the floor or the blocks. Start there, wherever you want to start. Roll onto the ball of the back foot. On your exhale, lift that knee. So it's like you're pressing the back of the thigh to the ceiling, and then drop the knee to the floor. Then press and lower. Press and lower. So keep going there a couple more times. If you want to try that challenge, hands to hips, lift the knee and lower. Lift. That's a big challenge though. Be sure that you feel steady enough. Lift, lower. Last one, lift and hold wherever your hands are. 5, feel the pose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Lower that knee. Prepare to step up. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Rise. Exhale. Hands to heart. Very nice. Recovery time. So we're going to recovery in mountain. Take a recovery in mountain pose. So hands at heart or at your sides. Close your eyes. And just give yourself a body scan. Notice what you're feeling. Any tension. Whatever it is that you feel. Just don't judge it. Just feel it. All right, let's blink our eyes open. All right, so now we're going to work a couple of open hip postures. I'm going to turn my mat the long way just because I think you guys can see me better, I should say sideways. But you can stay where you are if you prefer. So we're going to start with our feet wide. Toes are pointed out. We're going to start with a star pose to horse pose. So we're going to take a big breath in, open your arms wide. On your exhale breath, bend your knees. Be sure they're directing over the toes. Hands are going to come to heart. This is our horse pose. So what we don't want to happen is this. We don't want our knees coming in. You want to be able to open them out so they're directing over the toes. Then inhale, press back up, star. So let's move with our breath here. Exhale, horse. Sit bones down and back. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star. Beautiful. Keep on going. Exhale. Inhale. Nice. This time on your exhale, we're going to hold our horses, right? So exhale, come down, hold. As low as you can. You might be up higher. Just get a little opening there. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. Beautiful. Come on up. Shake out your legs. All right. Feeling good? All right. Here we go. Now, we're going to go from that horse pose to a warrior 1 or a warrior 2 to the back of the room. So it's going to be your right toes turning out. So let's come back in. Star. Exhale, horse. Nice. Now from here, on your inhale, we're going to turn the right toes to the back of the room. 12 o'clock. Wedge the left foot. So those back toes are just slightly forward. Press into the outer edge. Front heel lined up with the arch of the back foot. Now let's grab a hold right here at our hips. Grab a hold and see if you can rotate them open, like you're pulling them back with your hands. Engage your glutes to hold it there, and then release the hands. Arms out to the side, shoulder height, gaze over your right fingers. Soften your shoulders down. Settle into the pose. This is where you want to stay. Feel the sensation. Feel the pose. Let the pose teach you. Nice. Inhale, back up to star. On the exhale, we'll take an exhale. Inhale. Exhale, horse. Now let's take that warrior 2 to the front of the room. Left toes turn out, wedge the right. Line up those legs at heel and arch. Rotate your hips, grab a hold, pull them open. Engage your glutes. Arms out, shoulder height. Settle in. Find your place in this pose and just notice. Observe, explore. And release. Nice. Step the feet together. Shake it all out. Hip circles, knee lifts, whatever you need here. Get rid of that tension. So we always want to get rid of any tension that we create in every pose before creating more and a new pose or movement. Other way if you're doing those hip circles. All right. Everybody looks really ready to continue. So now we're going to add a piece on here. So let's take our star pose. Exhale, horse. All right. Inhale, warrior two, back of the room. Turn out your right toes, wedge your left. Ground down through those feet. That right foot is pushing forward and out. Back edge of your foot pressing out. Now, on your inhale breath here, straighten your left leg, or your right leg, I'm sorry, straighten your right leg, and reach out with your fingers. So you're trying to touch that wall, and then come back. Exhale, reach, hinge right at the hip, keep the side bodies long, inhale back. Exhale, reach, inhale back. Last one. Exhale, reach. Now from here, we're just going to windmill the arms down. So place your right hand inside that right thigh or leg, and left arm is reaching up toward the ceiling. Open up here. So in this pose, you're pressing into the feet opposite. You're lengthening from your tailbone to your crown, and you're stretching between your fingers. Hold it here. Find your place, wherever it is. Nice. Inhale to warrior two, then back up to star. Here we go. Exhale, horse. Take it to the other side. Left toes out, wedge the right. Now inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, reach. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, reach. Continue to move at your own pace. Exhale, hinging right at the hip. Get length on the sides of the body and back. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Here we go. Exhale, reach. Windmill those arms. Stack them. Almost feel like this top arm, the shoulder bone is setting right into that shoulder socket. Right? It's just rested right in there. Gaze can be to the floor, to the wall out at the side of you, or up toward that top thumb. So that's where you're making your decision. Make your decision and settle in. Beautiful. Last breath. Nice. Bend into your front knee. Rise up to warrior two. Back up to star. And let's shake it out. All right. Let me just turn the page here and see. Thumbs up with you guys here. Give me the thumbs up if you're still doing good. Yeah? All right. So we're going to keep going. We're going to add another piece on then. All right. So we're all shook out here. Star pose. Here we go. Exhale, horse. Inhale, warrior two, right foot. Turn it out, 12 o'clock, wedge the left. All right, then inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, reach and take your triangle pose. All right, so now here's where we're going to have a little bit more fun. On the exhale, we're going to bend the right knee. Elbow's going to rest on the right thigh. Scoop that left arm, reach it behind, down, and forward. Open up your rib cage, extended side angle. Then inhale, straighten to triangle. Nice. Exhale, bend, scoop, lock in, extended side. Open up that rib cage. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, scoop, bend. Open up the rib cage. Inhale, triangle. All right, this is the last one. We're going to hold extended side. Exhale, scoop. Lock in. Press into the outer edge of your back foot. Arch should be pulling away from the floor. Lengthen out through your crown, through your left fingers. See if you can take a little bit of weight out of that right arm. Don't just dump into it. Use your core. Hold it here. Find your space. Settle in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Rise back up to star. Shake it out. All right. So that's a challenge. Other side. Open up. Star pose. Exhale, horse. Nice. Let's take that warrior 2 with the left foot. Turn it out. Wedge the right. Nice. Now inhale, straighten left leg. Exhale, reach. And take your triangle. So windmill those arms. Okay, here we are in triangle. Now, bend the left knee, scoop the right arm. It's like you're trying to bring it down toward the floor. And then open up. Inhale, triangle. Straighten that leg. Exhale, bend, scoop. Lock in. Inhale, straighten, triangle. Exhale, scoop. Open the rib cage. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, scoop. Inhale, triangle. Last one, here we go. Exhale, scoop and hold. Open up the rib cage. Press into the outer edge of that back foot. Now, know if this top arm starts to bother you, bring it to your hip. You don't have to keep it reaching overhead. Little weight out of that left elbow. Use your core. So you should be able to move that arm around. Last breath. Nice. Inhale, rise up. Warrior 2. Now from here, let's windmill down to the floor. Come down to one knee, then the other. Sit bones back. Take a child's pose of choice. So as you rest in this child's pose, again, you're still checking in with your body. Check in with yourself. Notice the sensations, the vibrations under the skin, whatever that energy feels like to you. Next exhale, let's roll up the spine. All right, so we're just going to take a few more seated poses. So let's come on to our sit bones. Take your left leg out in front. Right knee is going to be bent. Foot's flat to the floor. Just going to gently open the knee out to the side if that feels okay. And remember, if you feel like a tug on the inside of your knee, just place a block or a prop underneath the thigh. That kind of gives that support that you need so you can go there. So either way, whatever feels right. You want the sole of your foot rested right inside the thigh. Now let's press into the sit bones here. And this might be where you like your strap. We're going to lift the chest, draw in and up through the pelvic floor, and on the exhale, hinge at your hip crease. So spine staying long. So you're walking your hands, or maybe you're using that strap, that tie, towel, whatever you use, to lengthen yourself over that leg. So the chest, the belly are all drawing down toward the leg, toward the thigh. Soften your head. Even here, find that position. Move around, settle in. Find your place in this pose and just go with it. Rest in it. And then rise up. Nice. So you can lose the strap if you had it, We're going to take a twist here. So now we're going to bring that right foot flat to the floor. It can rest inside your thigh, or you could cross it over to the outside of the thigh. What I want you to notice, if you have it crossed over, if you're pulling off of that sit bone to get it over, then just bring it back inside. There's no right or wrong way. There's not one way that's better than the other. So just find where you can keep both sit bones released to the floor. So we're going to take the right hand behind, press in, get some length in your spine, flex your left toes a little bit. Now on your exhale, let's start to move to the right. So start at your navel, rib cage, shoulder and chest. Then you can wrap that left arm, replace it in front, and hold your twist. And release. Nice. Now let's just switch sides. So we'll take that right leg long, bend the left knee. Same thing here. You're going to open that knee out to the side if that feels okay. Now, if it's not great, again, with that knee back, prop, or maybe you just want to lengthen it. Pay attention. Be kind to yourself, right? We're not here to torture ourselves. You want to find your own personal edge. Where do you need to be? Now, again, drawing in and up through the pelvic floor, long spine, chest lifts, ribs lift, hinge. Use your strap, walk your hands, whatever you need to do here. Whatever amount of movement you could get. You might only be coming forward a half an inch. Who cares, right? As long as your spine is long, that's where you want to stop. Find your own personal edge. Inhale, rise. Let's take that twist. So the bottom of that foot rested inside or outside the leg. We're going to take the twist to the left. So left hand comes behind. All right, so we're inhaling right up through center, create that length. Rib cage lifts, exhale, navel, rib cage, chest and shoulder. Flex that right foot if you can. And release. Nice. Take the legs out, give them a little shake. All right, so we're going to work what's called cow space legs. So if you don't want to do this, if you have knee issues or hip issues, you're not going to want to do this. If you're okay to try it, you can swing your right leg, tuck it under, and then your left leg, bring it around. It's like you want to stack your knees on top of each other. And again, only if your knees are good, if you don't have knee issues, no hip issues, you want to do this. Sometimes it's nice if you do get into that position to rest the block underneath your sit bones. So that might feel better for you too. So play around with it. You can either have your legs out straight, easy pose with them crossed, or you can try that cow space where the knees are stacked. Choose your option. We're going to press again into the sit bones, long spine, arms out long. Let's cross the left arm under the right. Bend your elbows. Maybe you can bring the palms together. Maybe you want to hug the shoulders. Lift them up to shoulder height. Press the forearms out. So it's either a hug and lifting or palms together. Now let's press the chest up. Lift your rib cage. Lift your arms. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Let it go. Roll your shoulders. All right. Now, if you're doing these cow space legs, we're going to switch sides. So now we'll tuck the left leg under, right leg's on top. Make those adjustments. Other than that, just shake out your legs and come back into your easy cross leg pose or legs out long, whatever your seated pose is here. Arms out to the sides. This time take right under left, bend. Lift your elbows. Press your forearms forward. Here we go. Lift the chest, lift the arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Let it go. Unwind. Give yourself a little hug here. Bring your knees in. Hug into a nice little ball. Feet can stay flat to the floor. And then from here, we're going to hold on and just roll back. We'll send our legs up toward the ceiling. Once you're on the floor, let's take the legs into a little V. So just open them a little wider. Bring your hands so that you're lengthening your fingertips toward the back of the mat. Press your low back into the floor. So smush the marshmallow. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Take a happy baby. Wide knees. Grab a hold around your calves, your ankles, maybe the bottoms of your feet. Rock side to side. When you're through here, open up to your final symmetrical stretch. Give yourself long legs, long arms and fingers. Big breath in. 3, 2, 1. Out. 3, 2, 1. One more full breath. In. 3, 2, 1. And out. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Take your final relaxation pose. Shavasana. You can grab your pillow, your blanket, whatever it is for you. Settle into your final resting pose. If you're in Shavasana, the legs are a moderate distance apart. Feet fall open. The low back is softened into the floor. The back of your neck is long, so a slight tuck to the chin. And this can be done. If you don't want to lie down, you can always rest in a seated pose. Just resting your hands on your knees and just close your eyes. Maybe tuck one shoulder blade and then the other beneath you. Give yourself some space in your chest and let your body become still. Hear the sounds around you without reacting to them. Simply let them come and go. Sense the space around you. And become aware of this moment in time. Now rest your awareness on your own body and sense it from head to feet. With time, a feeling of stillness begins to arise within you. That stillness is a comfort and a place where you can rest. With your body still and rested, your mind naturally draws inward, allowing you to become the observer of your own breath. Each nourishing inhale as your belly gently rises. Each cleansing exhale as your belly slowly falls. With time, each of those breaths becomes a bit deeper, more even and smooth. An unbroken stream that flows without sound, without pause. Inhale to exhale, exhale to inhale again and again. Now carry that breath with you as you travel with your awareness and rest for a moment at the crown of your head. From here, we'll allow the breath to draw in a feeling of relaxation and let each exhale release tension as we travel downward through the forehead, the eyebrows and eyes. Feel your eyelids become heavy and your eyes sink deep into your eye sockets. Soften your nose and rest for a moment at the light touch of breath at the nostrils, warm and cool with each exhale and each inhale. Begin to soften the muscles of your lower face, your neck from top to bottom. Feel your throat begin to soften. Release the muscles across your shoulders and feel the shoulder bones become heavy as they sink into the mat. Feel your arms relax from the top of your arms to your wrists. Feel your hands become soft and limp as you allow any tension to flow outward through your fingertips. Now bring your awareness to your upper chest and rest the muscles there. Allow the breath to carry that feeling across your ribs to your abdomen. And from your upper back down the length of your spine. Feel the muscles of your middle and low back begin to let go as your body sinks deeper and deeper into relaxation. Allow your breath to carry that feeling across your hips, your glutes. Feel the weight of your thigh bones become heavier and heavier as your thigh muscles surrender their hold and the bones sink to the earth. Relax across your knees, your shins, calves, ankles, feet, and toes. Allow your whole body to relax now from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. And let any last bits of tension, any little pockets of strain, whatever doesn't feel right, let it flow outward through your feet. You're now as relaxed as you want to be. Enjoy this feeling of total relaxation in your body for just a few moments more. Notice the sensations of your breathing, your soft muscles, and your calm, still mind. Peace, peace, peace. Now, when you feel ready to reawaken to return to your day, just do so slowly, just beginning to bring some movement to your fingers and toes. Maybe a little nod of the head, left and right. And then gently rub the palms of your hands together. Place the warmed palms over your eyes and open your eyes to the warmth and energy of your own hands. Slowly draw your hands down and let in the light of day. Take a moment, massage your temples, your forehead. And then, when you're ready to bring some more movement to your body and return to the day, just give yourself a stretch, maybe hug your legs in, rock side to side, whatever feels right for you. And then before returning to your seat, take a roll onto your right side. Give yourself a little moment to rest your heart. Let your heart feel light as all the weight melts away from the heart. When you feel ready to return to your seat, rise slowly and carefully. And just take a moment of gratitude to your wonderful body for moving you through all of those poses, different movements, for allowing you a moment to be still. And then just take a moment to appreciate and acknowledge the positive energy that everyone's brought into our virtual space today. And together, we'll say namaste. Namaste, and thank you.